Hello the internet, and I'm on the move again. I left my campsite a little bit earlier, about half an hour ago. It's just gone 12 o'clock and it's 28 degrees. 28 degrees! And I'm leaving Corsica today. I'm heading to a place called Ilrus, which is on the north coast of Corsica, just a little bit over to the right. And my ferry's due to sail at 6 o'clock, so got to be there sort of around 4 o'clock-ish, which won't be too bad. So I'm heading over to Ilrus first, but I'm going to go past Ilrus because I'm going to go to a place called Calvi, C-A-L-V-I, Calvi. I'm going to have my lunch there, I'm going to kill some time, and then dawdle back to Ilrus and wait for my ferry. And yeah, so it's been a great few days. I absolutely love Corsica, it is great. And I still feel horrible though, my cold. It's at the moment it's 28 degrees and one moment I'm sweating, the other moment I'm freezing, shivering. It's no happy medium. Yesterday I went out for a ride, or tried to anyway, and I rode for about 30 minutes and I had to come back because I just felt horrible. And then I just sat in my tent drinking tea, feeling sorry for myself. One thing I did do though, when I was coming back towards the campsite, I stopped at a shop because I needed milk, and they had fruit, and I thought, oh, get some oranges, vitamin C, get some vitamin C down you lad. So I bought a net, 4 big oranges, fantastic. Got me other bits and pieces, including some tissues because my nose is like a tap. Got back to the campsite and I thought, right, I'll have an orange. Opened it up, I thought this is a bit strange, and took a first bite, and it wasn't orange at all, it was grapefruit. Oh, one thing I hate is grapefruit. Food of the devil. My nan, my mother's mother, she lived till 102. She used to have a grapefruit every day. She used to swear by grapefruit, but I just can't stand them. My mother likes grapefruits as well, but I just, they're just too bitter for me, too tangy. I can't do them at all. So I was really disgusted with myself yesterday. These beautiful oranges that I thought were oranges were in fact grapefruit. So bang goes my vitamin C, but they look like oranges, and when you open them up they were sort of like reddish, blood red. Anyway, so that was it. So the night before last I was sat there, should I do a few more nights here or should I head back? So I thought, no, let's head back, because I wasn't feeling on top of my game really. In hindsight I should have opted to stay for a few more days. Excuse me. So I booked my ferry. Now initially I was thinking I could get the ferry to Marseille or Toulon from Bastia, but I kept looking at their prices, and then what they were doing is like a price. On one sailing the ticket would be 95, and then the cost of a cabin would be something like 127. And the next day the cost of the ferry ticket would be 125, and the cost of the cabin was 90 something. So it was all one price, but they kept jiggling the prices. I don't like that. I think that's a bit of a con, to be honest. And then I saw Ile Rousse, and I thought, let's have a look at Ile Rousse. And they did a ferry from there, and it was cheaper. It was €95 for me and the bike, and €27 for a cabin. Can't grumble at that. So I looked at it. Also, it gets into Marseille about 10 in the morning, which really suits me because I get a bit of a lie-in. The ones from Bastia got in at 7 o'clock in the morning, which means you've got to be up at 6. And I do like having my lie-in some days. So I thought, right, I'll go from Ile Rousse. That ferry service is like once every couple of days. And I saw it coming in and I thought, right, I'll book it. So I booked it. Anyway, this morning, looking at the weather forecast in Marseille, tomorrow there's going to be lots of rain in Marseille and through the south of France, and then the following day there's going to be even more rain. It's going to be biblical. Oh man. So that's why I say, in hindsight, I wish I'd stayed there for a few more days now, because probably tomorrow I would have been feeling better. And it would have been a lot warmer. Where I know that now I'm going to the south of France, it's going to be wet for the next few days. So it's tomorrow, the next day, and the next day after that. The next 3 days coming up, it's just going to be rain all through the south of France. And I thought, well, okay then, let's go to Marseille. I'll make a mad dash. Make a mad dash up to Bilbao and get a ferry back to the UK, but all through southern France and northern Spain for the next 3 days. Rain, nothing but rain. So the next few days are going to be exciting. I'll laugh a minute. Oh, look at this beautiful view here. So I'm going to get my ferry journey done. I'm going to get home to Marseille, and then I'll make a decision what to do next. As simple as that. Anyway, I'm going to, very soon I'll be at Ile Rousse, and then after Ile Rousse I'm heading to a place called Calvi, C-A-L-V-I. Have my lunch and then come back to Ile Rousse, simple as that. So the road along the coast is just like this. I've done all the mountains, there's just all this beautiful coastline. And as we come around this headline, I think we'll be able, oh there we go, there's Ile Rousse in the distance, and there's the ferry I'll be catching later. Oh, isn't that beautiful? That beach down there. Corsica is beautiful, and I just want to show you that I do not work for the Corsican Tourist Board. No, I wish I did, but no, I'm just telling you, Corsica is really nice. And if you want to do some touring, come to Corsica. It is beautiful. Look at that beach down there. If you're a beach person, I don't like beaches really. I'm happy to be on a beach as long as I'm under the shade. Oh, look at those mountains ahead. Absolutely lovely. Look at that. What beautiful scenery. Right, I'm going to shut up now. But no, the past few days I've not been feeling good at all. And yesterday I keep breaking out into sweats, and just today I thought, well, maybe I'll be over a bit, but just riding, you know, I keep going into a hot sweat, a bit like Prince Andrew at a pizza party, really. But I'll get over it. I've been dosing myself up with paracetamol, and it's just this. I feel as though I could have been doing more yesterday, but I couldn't face it, you know. I tried, but I felt so rough, as rough as an old pair of boots. But never mind, I can come back to Corsica next year and do more things. Fingers crossed. Right, I'm going to shut up and do a few more miles. Speak to you soon. And good morning, Marseille. It's a bit of a blustery morning. I was looking at the weather forecast yesterday and it said for 8 o'clock in the morning, rain. I've been on the upper deck since 7, watching us come into harbour, and it was raining quite heavily earlier on, but it's gone away now, which is not too bad. So this is Marseille. I've been here a few times before, but that's when I was in the Navy, on ships visiting. And can't really remember much about Marseille, to be honest, except that I think we're berthed further down, always berthed further down, closest to the town. So it's 8 o'clock in the morning, it's 26 degrees, yeah, 26 degrees, that's pretty good, isn't it? And I forgot to put my destination in my sat-nav. So let me just pull to one side and I'll put a destination in. So where am I heading for? I'm heading for Barcelona. As simple as that. If I go north, I'm going to get rain, so I'm going to head towards Barcelona, head towards Spain, and have a few days in the sun. So I'll speak to you soon. Right, I'm back again. Now, my initial plan for today was to head to Perpignan, which is not far from, I think it's Toulouse. Yeah, Perpignan. Head inland a little bit, and there was a huge castle that I wanted to see. I may still do that, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to be heading in a southwesterly direction, west and southwest, get past Montpellier, because I believe once I get to Montpellier I'm going to get some heavy rain, get through that, and then I'm going to make a decision whether to carry on down towards Barcelona or still come off at Perpignan and head for the castles that I wanted to see. So we'll see. But it was a good ferry crossing. It actually wasn't bad at all. Now, when I was waiting, killing time for the ferry, there was like a boulangerie there, and I did the normal thing, you know, when you go into a cake shop when your eyes are bigger than your stomach, and I bought some pizza, I bought some cake and everything like that. So subsequently, by the time I got onto the ferry, I wasn't hungry. So I thought, no, I won't have anything to eat. So that was it. I could have got something to eat, but I didn't get anything to eat. So subsequently, wake up this morning and I am hungry, but no food in the morning. No food. So I had some water, I had a bottle of water from the vending machine, and I bought a bar of chocolate. So that was my breakfast. And I think as I go along, what have we got here now? As I go along, there'll be bound to be some services, so I can stop, get something to eat. Don't understand what that's there for. You know, I just love Europe. I love this Schengen thing where you can just go from country to country. There's no officialdom, no bullshit, no customs, no border control. I think it's absolutely brilliant. You know, you just come and go. Oops, he wants to come my way, so I'm going to go this way. Right, element of confusion here. Don't think anyone knows who's got to give way. Ferry ports are always a bit strange because there's never any directions, so you just tend to follow the leader. And eventually you end up out of the port. Some of them are highly confusing, and oh come on, you've got a lane there, speed up. There we go, we're away. So I've got half a tank of gas, I'm wearing a full face helmet, and shortly I'm going to put some music on to make some miles, because if I was to head to Barcelona, oh sorry, not to Barcelona, because there's no way I'm going to go to Barcelona. It's just a big city. I always tend to avoid the big cities, really. A, because they're always confusing. B, I'm fully loaded, and where do you park when you're fully loaded? So I've just set me sat nav to a little bit before Barcelona, and that's 400 kilometers away, which is what, 320, 330 miles, 340 miles. So I can do that today, no problem at all. Right then, well this is Marseille. Didn't see much of it because Marseille is just a big city and it's rush hour, so I want to be heading away from the rush hour. But no, the ferry journey over was really quite good. I mean, I was in the Royal Navy, so I'm used to going to sea on ships. I do like it when it's a bit rough. I say that to all the nicest girls. And I always get a good night's sleep when it's a bit lumpy. But when you're in the Mediterranean, you get a ferry because there's no. Occasionally you get storms, but last night I was laying in bed and I thought I don't even feel as though I'm on a ship. It was just so calm and so steady. I went up about 10 o'clock. I was on the promenade deck there, and it was so warm. It was beautiful. You know, those warm evenings that you get in the Mediterranean. And I thought, why did I leave Crete so early? I should have stayed another few days, but you can't go back. You make a decision. You got to live with the decision and go with the flow. End of story. But Crete was really nice. I enjoyed it immensely. I'm definitely coming back. Definitely coming back next year. There's so much more that I want to see of the island. But we'll overtake these. So for the next few days, next week, don't know where it'll be, we'll see. I'm going to get a bit further down the road and make a final decision where to end up. Oh look, there's some blue sky up there. Didn't expect to see that today. Yeah, blue sky. I did not expect to see that. You know, sometimes, I mean, I'm always looking at weather reports, thinking, well, what's the weather going to be like next? I tend to rule my life around it, really. I mean, the thing I try to do is avoid rain. I mean, if I've got to go through rain, I've got to go through it. But if I have a choice of not to, I'd prefer not, because you've got to get all your waterproofs on and you go through the rain, you can't see through your visor, your gloves get wet, your feet get wet, and it's just rubbish. So I always try to avoid it wherever I can. So that last couple of days just been looking at the weather reports in southern Europe and I'm thinking, oh no. But today it's not too bad, is it? Right, I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to make up some miles and I'll speak to you soon.
And hello the internet, and hello to my subscriber. You're looking well. Anyway, here I am in Spain. But before I go on, I want to just say a big hello to Phil Palmer. Now between you and me, now Phil has struggled. He's struggled for years with insomnia. Anyway, he's found the cure. He watches these videos and it sends him off to sleep in no time at all. So good on you, Phil. Anyway, I'm here in Spain. I arrived yesterday and it was good crossing from Corsica. I was actually quite sad to leave Corsica. I was really taken with it. It's just so chilled out. The scenery is stunning. The weather was beautiful. The people are so nice. And I'm definitely going back next year, definitely. But so I came across using Corsica Linea, and I came across using these two ferry companies in Corsica, Corsica Lines and Corsica Linea, and I used Corsica Linea because they were cheaper. But there we go. But it was a great crossing. The sea was like glass coming across, so I had a really good night's kip. We got into Marseille 8 o'clock in the morning. I was expecting rain actually, but it had not arrived yet, so I managed to sneak through because according to the weather forecast the day before, there's going to be rain all the way from Toulon down to Montpellier. Anyway, I just managed to squeeze through, and I could see it all in the north, but I got through before it. And I don't mind riding in the rain, but it's just all the hassle of getting all your waterproofs on and everything like that, and your visor getting steamed up and you can't see anything. But if you're a biker, you know what I mean. It's just awkward. Anyway, I got on the road and it was just the motorway, and that was it. And normally what I tend to do is I don't take toll roads. I'll always take the alternates. But yesterday I just took the toll roads, and all the way through France to the south of France till I got to the Spanish border. It cost about €18, so no problem. Now, as I was coming down to just south of Montpellier, I was going to be turning off at Perpignan, heading north towards Toulouse, because there was an area of France that I wanted to stay a few days. There's a big castle I want to go and visit. But the weather forecast for the next few days was pretty gloomy. So what I decided to do was carry on south towards Barcelona, towards Spain, and towards the sunshine. And that's what I did yesterday. Now, where do we go? I didn't want to go much further south of Barcelona, really. So what I did, I came off just south of Girona, and I'm near a resort. Oh, I'm at a place called Blanes, and it's just south of a little place called Lloret de Mar. And the problem, I didn't want to go to Lloret de Mar because when you go to a holiday destination, the prices tend to be a little bit more. So I've come a little bit further out, and I've come to this little place called Blanes, and it's great. And it's about, what is it now? It's about 15, 16 euros a night, which is okay, but it's very comfortable. Showers are excellent, toilets, and just behind me, you go through a gate, walk across the road, and you've got a beach. So no problem at all. I'm going to enjoy this place. I'll probably stay here for about a week before I start heading north again. But there's still lots of things I want to do in the area. I want to go to Girona, which is a place I wanted to go. You know, when you read things in books or you see things online, you think, I'd like to go and visit that place. And Girona's a place I've wanted to go and visit. So just to see what's there, to satisfy my curiosity. And then, of course, Barcelona. I've been to Barcelona before, but that's when I was in the Navy and visiting on ships. And when you're younger, you don't sort of have a keen interest in history or things like that than you do when you get older. So I'm going to visit Barcelona one day, maybe 2 days, just have a good old mooch around the place. So this is me in Spain. The weather is lovely. I don't know, I just love Spain. I know every country I visit, I always fall in love with. I fall in love with Germany, I fall in love with I must admit with France. I've never been to France that much, and every time I go to France, I just like it more and more and more. I really do. It's just nice. But I have got a soft spot for Spain. It's a big modern country. The roads are great. The infrastructure's great. There's supermarkets. Everyone's so nice. I just love it, and it's so easy. And the weather, of course, obviously, the weather's always nice. But yeah, that's me. So I'm going to be here for a few days, maybe a week, and then after that, I'm going to start working my way north. I've got to be back in the UK. I've got a commitment for about the 15th of November. So what I'll probably do, I'll leave here, go into France, work my way through France, and then pop over to the UK. And that's the end of my adventure. This trip really wasn't an adventure as such. Well, every trip is an adventure, but it wasn't like last year where I was going into West Africa. This has like been an extended holiday for me, really. Just going to the places I wanted to see, travelling around Europe, because I love Europe, and more of it. Anyway, I've got about three weeks left on my Schengen, so I needed to be out of here at some stage anyway. It's just a shame that I couldn't stay, but next year I'm definitely going to stay longer because I just love Europe. It's fantastic. It's cool. It works. Everything's fantastic. And everyone's so positive and so happy and so friendly. And it's just great. Anyway, this is me on my campsite at Blaines. And just over there, about 150 meters away, is the sea, the Mediterranean Sea. No, I'm not going to go swimming, but I'm going to do some time on the beach. I'm going to spend some time on the beach. Also, my cold has gone, so I'm feeling much better now than I was. My nose has stopped running, the cough's gone, and I'm feeling a lot better in myself. So here I am in Spain, going to enjoy a week of R&R before I start heading north again. So. Oh, that's another thing as well I wanted to mention. I've had a few messages about why the gaps between the videos. And the reason for that is, when I was in Africa, it was most campsites or places that I stayed had Wi-Fi as part of the camp or whatever. It was always there, it was available, it was free. What I found in Europe, though, it's really peculiar because very few campsites that I've been to have had free Wi-Fi, and I've found that the McDonald's as well, when you go and try and use their Wi-Fi, it is so slow that you just give up, and you sit there for about 20 minutes and your video's uploaded 1%. And also that's what I found with the campsites as well. You've got to pay for Wi-Fi, and I've done it a few times now. I've done it 3 times, and that is, you'll pay €10 for one day's Wi-Fi. So you finally get hooked up, and it is so slow, and you're watching the video upload, and after about 20 minutes you've just gone 1-2%, and you give up in the end. So that's why there's big gaps of my Wi-Fi. So I find it very difficult to find fast Wi-Fi. When you've got a video up to load which is like 1.5 gigabyte, it's going to take you a while to upload, and that's the reason why there's big gaps between the videos. I'm struggling to find good Wi-Fi. Yeah, I know the answer is go and find a hotel and go and book myself in a hotel for a night, but I'm not going to pay I'm not going to pay 80, €100 just go and stay in a hotel for the night to upload video. So that's one of my struggles. That's one of my perennial and constant struggles, is uploading video. But that's the way it is. Anyway, this is me in Spain, enjoying the last few days of my excursion. And thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.